Let's talk about evaluating sources for your research. We evaluate information every day, whether we're doing academic research, scrolling on social media, or reading news stories. This video isn't meant to tell you which sources are good and bad, but rather to teach you how to evaluate them in the context of your research need. Which sources you use will depend on this need. Just because a source relates to your topic doesn't mean it's useful. Each one you pick should contribute something to your research. When you read a source, consider how it can help you. Does it provide an expert opinion, give you facts, statistics, or data? Does it offer a new perspective or a counterargument? Taking notes as you research about how you would use a source or what it provides will help you to organize your thoughts when completing your assignment. Another thing that's helpful when it comes to evaluating sources is to know what kind of source you're looking at. There are many different source types, but librarians usually split sources into two main categories: popular and scholarly. Popular sources include documentaries, podcasts, news articles, company or organizational websites, and social media posts. Popular sources have a variety of types of authors and varying levels of review. Some, like social media posts, can be written and posted by anyone and are usually unedited. Others, like news and documentary sources, are often created, fact-checked, and edited by professionals. Many popular sources, like social media posts and news articles, can be created very quickly. Scholarly sources are usually limited to academic articles published in peer-reviewed journals and well-researched academic books. They are written by experts in a given field, usually as a report of some form of research, and then rigorously reviewed by other experts. This research and review takes quite some time, so it may take a while for scholarly literature to be published after an event occurs. Scholarly sources are generally thought to be authoritative because of this review process, but just because something is peer-reviewed doesn't make it perfect. You're still going to have to read and evaluate the source. Once you know the source's type, try to find out more about who created or published it. For popular sources, look for the author's name or a website's About page. But don't just take their word for it. Google your source to learn more. Most scholarly sources list the author's names and credentials at the beginning of the source. However, you may still want to Google these authors to learn more about them and their research interests. As you read any source type, pay attention to the claims the author makes and how they back them up. Do they cite statistics and data, quote experts or people familiar with the topic, or does the source try to appeal to the reader's emotions or preconceived biases? When you read popular sources, you'll likely read them from start to finish, but you can skim through them for the important points. When reading scholarly articles, we recommend reading the abstract and introduction to get an idea of the author's research question, but then we recommend skipping to the end of the paper to see what the authors found in their research. Some articles will use headings like discussion, implication, or conclusion to identify where this might be. Reading the end of a scholarly article can help you to make sense of what the authors found in their research and its importance. So once you understand the research question and its answer, you can go back and read the body of the article to learn more about how the research was conducted and find important quotes, statistics, and data points. The references at the end of the paper may also help you to find other sources that are relevant to your topic. If you're still not sure whether a popular or scholarly source will be useful to you after reading it, do a little bit more research. What do other sources say? Do they generally agree with the conclusions from your source? Look at the date your source was published or updated. Is there older information that contextualizes your source, or newer information that could add more to your argument? If possible, click on the links or citations within your source and trace facts back to their origin. Librarians can help you to find and evaluate information sources for your research. If you ever need help, please reach out to us.